Welcome everyone, just getting ready for this second match of the day. Trojans 1 versus Bearsted 1. Due to start in about 3 or 4 minutes time. Okay, last minute or two now before we get kicking, get cracking. Yeah, looks like we're about to get underway here very shortly. Trojans attacking first. End of Ben, Dom, Kat, and the returning Amy. Up against Vicky, Tash, Rob, and Dan. And we're underway. Shot up from Cat distance. Amy manages to get the rebound off the Dom. Shoots. Scores a nice little goal. 1-0 Trojans. Shot goes up. George gets a rebound. Pass off the back to Rob. George shoots. No collect there. Almost in, but dynamic rebound from Hannah. Almost unlucky. And Sam collects. Trojans come away with the ball. Shot up there from Amy. Rebound from Dom. 1-2 off the back. Shot from Dom. No rebound there. And Tash collects it. Rob with the ball out the back to Hannah, 1-2, shoots from long. Not quite there, and Sam gets the rebound. Quick pass off to Ben from Amy. Shot up, Dom rebounds. Going for the pass into Kat, but Vicky gets a hand in there. Important hand to stop the runner. 10 on the clock. Amy drives, past the player. Cutting call given. Becca Clements there working with Rob. Rob trying to make a move off to Hannah. George in for the feed. Hannah gets past the player, not able to get hold of the ball though, and Heather comes away with it. Ben shoots from long. Rebounded out. Go for it. Bearsted to get the ball. Bert Williams fade away. Not there. Sam gets a rebound. An experienced player, Rob Williams there, trying his little fadeaway shot. As Trojans go for the shot. Not able to convert there from Ben under the basket. Running the block now. Ball out to Kat. 1-2 to Amy. It's free. She shoots. Bit short. Dusted off some of those cobwebs. They run the block now, Trojans. Mixed post. Ben attacking. Pass it off to Kat, who shoots. Not quite there. And the ball is still with Trojans. Dom shoots. Collection for Rob Summers there. Bears to come away with it. Ball over the back to Rob Williams. Lewis got to be on his toes there. Jumping in from Sam George. Oh, unlucky there. Well played from the youngster. Not quite able to convert. Trojans on the outside now, moving the ball pretty quickly. This end should be quite a flowing end. Ball comes into the feed there. Nothing given, rest says play on. Ball with Bearsted. George shoots off the back. Nice shot. Oh, and an outie, but Rob gets the rebound. George shoots again. This time not able to, and Lewis has the better position to grab the ball. 3-1 now. As the boys work a 2-2. Unfortunately, Ben fumbles it and Bearsted are able to gobble the ball up. Still only 1-0 in the early stages. 3-1 position here. George trying to work that as Hannah goes to the shot. Almost there, but Lewis, long arm Lewis, takes the ball. Trojans trying to work a 2-2 with both boys in as Amy drives in. Pushing. No, penalty given. Amy not able to convert it. Bearsted get the ball with Dan. Oh, Sam takes a gamble, leaves George under the post free, and he scores an easy one under the basket. 1-1. Right, a quick one from Heather there, not able to convert it. Nice pass from Dan on the runner. Gets a goal there from Tash. Very experienced player there, Tash. Stalwart of the England team, GB team back in the day. Using all her experience to work a nice runner under the basket. Trojans on the attack now. Heather out to Sam, who shoots. No good, but Lewis is there. Reload Sam, who shoots again. And again, unfortunately not able to convert the shot. Bearsted to come away with the ball. Good pressure there from Amy. Forcing the error, and Trojans steal it. Shot up from Heather, collected by Neve, now running the block, mixed post. Ball out of hands, free pass given. Sam shoots, not there, but Lewis gets a rebound, misses Heather running in. Pass it back over to her, shoots. Good pressure from Hannah Bealey. Knee free, shoots. No good, and Hannah gets a rebound. Pushing through, offensive foul there. Trojans ball. All into Lewis. Almost trying to get past Rob there, not quite unable to. Pass out to Heather, who shoots. Sam with the rebound. Fadeaway shot. Lovely. 2-2. Hannah and Becca working together now. Rob comes in for the feed. Hannah's free, she shoots from long. Not quite there, but George does well to hold his position under the basket. Becca has the ball. Need a shot, 2 seconds. Shot goes up, not there. Timed out. Shot from Amy. Just long. Bearsted get the ball. Away they come. Shot goes up from Rob. George is under there, pushing under the basket is a call. Offensive foul. Catch turns in the feed. Girls working together. Cat shoots. Oh, in and out, and Dan, the man, gets the rebound. Hannah and Becca working together. Ball back to Hannah, pressure from Neve. Marshalling her well, Rob's out, tries it. Lewis gets a hand in. Ball over the back to Becca. 8 seconds on the clock. Heather smothered it and wins possession. Diagonal ball to Dom, who shoots off the back, he's not there. Tash drops off, but Ben gets it back to Amy. Shot, not there. Kat gets the rebound. Possession still with Trojans. Running the block now as Amy drives in. Penalty given. And this time Amy converts to make it 3-2. George shoots from the outside there. Rob's there, not able to get the rebound against Lewis. Ball off the back to Dom, lovely pass. Shot there, not able to, and Dan comes away with the ball. George from the side here now. Diagonal ball over the back, over the top to Hannah. Passing it 1-2 with George again. Rob's in there as Hannah drives in, but Heather's there to switch. Becca's free, she shoots. Unlucky, not able to convert. Trojans get the rebound. Dom drives in. Nothing given there. Trojans still have the ball. Amy shoots. Not able to get there. Rebound there from Don Brooks. Doing what he does best. Pass off the back to Ben. Quick into Dom. One hander. Oh, not able to convert. Nice little play there. And Bearsted come away with it. Diagonal ball over to Bert Williams. 1-2 with Hannah. Feed from Becca now. 2-2 situation. Mixed post. Rob out the front. Hand from Lewis there. Ball in hand. Shot from Dom off the back. Quick one there. Ben hustling with Dan. Gets it. Pass it off to Amy. Amy to Dom, but no, it's intercepted. They just need to calm it down. Running the block. 12 on the clock. Amy shoots. There. And the ball goes out for a Bearsted ball. Bearsted looking for this equalising goal. As Hannah drives in, Heather switches, good fake. Travel call given. Well finished by Hannah, but unfortunately the call was given as travel. As Kat is off the back here against Vicky. These two know each other very well. As Ben shoots, Don gets a rebound, it's blocked here. Amy's free, shoots. No good, and Tash and Kat go for it. Kat gets a better of it. Not able to convert, Don gets a rebound, and they go again. Running the block now as both boys are in. Penalty given. Timeout called. Amy not able to convert, but I think Tash went slightly early there, so it's a retake. Not able to convert, but carried on. Trojans have the ball. Tash runs in. Good block there from Vicky. Using her tall limbs, long limbs. Bearsted back in it now, down the other end in attack. George passes the ball over to Becca. Ball over the top. Lewis not paying attention. Rob with the fadeaway. No. Passes it off to George, who's free. And scores a nice goal. Real. Girls into the feed now. Boys out. Sam shoots. Not there, but Heather gets the rebound. Now running the block, Trojans. Mixed post. Contact there, but EK's on Sam. Nicely finished. Rob Summers in at the feed. Tashko runs around, not able to get the pass through. Good marshalling from Dom. Trojans ball. Trojans in attack now. Good interception from Becca Clements. Rob Summers on the outside trying to work it. Tash turns in the feed. Old school Tash. Then comes clattering into Dan Howard. Penalty given. Dan converts, making it a 4-all game. Trojans attacking on the outside now. 2-2. Ball out to Kat. She shoots from long. Gone with the rebound. 8 seconds left. Amy shoots. Hits it. Reset. And they go again. Amy drives in. Nothing given this time. Then shoots. Scores a nice goal. (3-1) now with George into the post. There comes for a feed. Contact given, free pass. Bert Williams taking the free pass. Takes the shot. It's dropping short. Sam gets the rebound. Then drives in, pass off to Dom, who's free. Converts nicely, making it a 2-goal game. 6-4. Into the feed there, Dan gets it. Now both boys in. Girls out, Vicky and Tash. Nicely passed, Amy. Girls switch. Rob pass it off to Tash. Travel given. Good pressure defensively there from Trojans. Heather drives in. Penalty given. Questionable in my view. She converts. 7-4. Tasha outside past the Vicky, but she fumbles it, and now Kat gets it. And away come Trojan down the other end. Quick ball from Lewis to Heather from Sam. Shot goes up. No good. Shot from Dan Howard on the outside. Vicky collects. Back out to Dan. Rob with the ball now. Tries one over the top. Unfortunately, just a bit too high for Vicky, and Kat gets the interception. Ball from Lee out to Sam in the front. Whilst Trojans attack here, what can they do? Running the block. Heather out to Sam. He's driving again past George. Suckers him in. Scores a nice runner. 8-4 game now. Off the back, Rob there, working the feed, working hard. Pass it off to Becca, not quite there for her. And it's the Trojans' ball outside. Both girls out here. Cross over, but Vic and Tash marshalling well. Dom comes in for the feed. Kat's attacking, Amy's free, she shoots. Not quite there. Dom comes in for the dynamic rebound, knocks his player over, gets it back, pops a shot. Not there. Ben back up to his feet, gets the rebound. Trojans go again. Ref just thought in play because the post got a bit wonky. Play continues. Dom quickly takes advantage for the runner. Penalty given. Smart play there from Dominic Brooks. Dom converts there. 9-4 game to Trojans. Rob Williams out the front, shoots from long. Not there, but George doing a good position, holding his own, getting the rebound. Running the block with Beckos, but drives in. 2-2 now, Rob going into overdrive. Lewis with his arms gets there, but still no, drops straight to Burt under the post. Not able to convert. Hard luck there. Two now, mixed post as Amy's out. Runs the player, drops off. Shot up, but not there, and Ben gets a rebound. Trojans still have it. Shot clock at 22. Amy shoots when she's free. Not quite there. Ben gets a rebound under the basket. It's free, not aware. Too late, and the shot from Kat goes up. And a lovely one at that. 10-4. Bearsted just need to keep working and get these goals now as Vicky shoots. Nice looking shot, and it goes in. Nice shot from Vicky. 10-5. Oh, penalty given there as Neve went past Hannah Bealey. Becca stepping across. Now given by the ref and a penalty. Cool. Oh, and in and outer there for Neve, unlucky. Sam gets the rebound off push from Lewis, and he converts to make it 11-5. Becca passes the ball out the back to George. George got the feed there, turns from Becca, nice, not able to get it. Good attempt there. Good thinking, sharp thinking there from the experienced Becca Clements. Contact given in the feed there by Rob Summers, free pass. Tom Brooks shoots. Not quite there. Cat gets the rebound and they go again. Amy back to Ben. Back to Amy. Girls out here. Dan doing well to stop the feed. Ball over the back, hits the basket. Unfortunate for Trojans, and Bearsted come away with the ball. Bert Williams in for the feed. The girls are running it. Penalty given there for contact as the runner from Hannah Bealey. Hannah makes sure making it 11-6 here. Keeping Bearsted in the game. Shot up from Cat Brooks from long. Collected by Ben, now running the block with Amy. Cat's out with Dom, he runs, comes into the feed. Could have taken the shot. Passed it out to Amy instead. There we go again. 11 on the clock. Ben shoots. No collect. And Bearsted come away with the ball. Becca with the ball, passing into Rob in the feed. Driving in by Hannah. Contact given. Penalty call. And a converse and make it 11-7. Bringing it back to within 4. About 3.5 minutes just over to go of the first half. Lewis fades away from the feed. Not quite there. Contact under the basket. Free pass given. Penalty, I should say, but unfortunately Sam unable to convert it. Slightly wayward pass there, unfortunately for Bearsted, and Trojans ball now. Penalty is often what is deemed to be the easiest shot in the game, but not when there's a pressure situation in the game. It can be quite hard. Composure and all the sorts play factors. As Trojans are attacking now, contact here, restart given. He drew a player in there, unfortunately Sam moved out from the feed. George intercepts. Trojans ball there, trying to work the feed, but also looking for a sneaky shot for Rob Summers, but not able to get that shot off. Trojans running the block now. Sam working his player, good defending from George. Ball out to Heather. Stops it from going out. Ball to Neve, who shoots. And Lewis doesn't get it. Bertie Williams, the spring in his step, gets the rebound. Good attack in there from Vicky. Dom switch from Ben. Dan's free. Not able to convert, and Ben gets up well to get that rebound. Last minute and a half now or so of the game. Good interception there from George, good hands. Ball over the back to Vicky now. Vicky and Tash. Vicky not quite on the same wavelength, unfortunately. Ball comes away with Trojans. Neve, Hannah jumps in, Neve gets past and converts a lovely runner there. Nice play. They're just taking a little bit of a risk there. Interception there from Amy Brand. Trojans now coming away. Closing stages of the first half, 12-7. Lively enough affair so far as the ball goes over the back from Lewis to Neve, who shoots. Not quite there, but Williams with the rebound. Rob Summers in the feed there. Pass it off to Vicky, who shoots from long. Not quite there, nice looking shot, just not enough on it. And Trojans move the ball down the other end for the last attack. And there is the half-time whistle. 12-7 Bearsted. 12-7, sorry, to Trojans. The second half about to get underway shortly. And off we go. Vicky now at the front. Dan breaks off from the post. Into Tash in the feed. Oh, Ben's following in. There's not much penalty call given. Dan Howard stepping up for the penalty now. And he converts it nicely, making it 12-8. 4 goals in it. Loose pass there from Trojans. Gives the ball to Bearsted. This is an opportunity now for Bearsted to try and get back into this game. A couple of early goals. Put some pressure on the Trojans team. George on the outside, managed to keep the ball in. Bert Williams in the feed. Hannah Bealey working with Becca. 1-2. Ball into Bert. Tries the runner. Bert's on the deck. Ball's in Sam's hands, and away we go. Interception for Dan there. Nicely done, but Sam gets the ball back. Ben's free. Rob's passing it off to Dom. He shoots and converts the goal. 13-8 there. Clinical finish. Unfortunate for Bearsted. George shoots, Bert under rebound, gets it. Hannah drives, still not there. Becca's running round. She's there. Doesn't take the shot. Neve gets back to recover the defensive position. 14 on the clock as they run the block. George in, penalty call, contact as he goes, drives in for the runner. Fins that goal, nicely done by the young man. Girls on the outside now, both boys come in. Sam's free for the shot. Scores a nice goal. Don't think that was something that they were initially looking to do, Trojans, or planned for, but Sam took advantage of the position he found himself in. Bearsted, sorry, wrong bees. They're in the attack now. Dan Howard from long. Not there, but the clock resets as Rob Summers gets the rebound. Vicky under the post as Rob shoots. Vicky gets it. No reset of the clock. Ball comes back out to Rob, but Dom's there. Return and collect the ball. Sam off to Neve at the back there now. She shoots. Lovely goal there. A little fake and then a shot. 15-9 game. All over the top there. Becca to Rob. Back over to Hannah. Hannah into Bert from Becca. Bert round the back to George, trying to bring a few stops to Showtime, holding his position. Sam gets a hold on it, touch on it, 8 seconds on the clock. Bearsted have got to get a shot up here. Becker, not there, Bert's out long, he wants a long one, he shoots long. Doesn't hit it, post was wobbling. Trojan ball. Cat Brooks out the front now, working with Amy. Ball into Ben, not quite there, and Dam's able to collect the ball, intercept it. Bearsted attack now. Anna Bealey off to Bert, who's free. And converts a nice goal there. 15-10. Cat's in there, contact made, penalty given. Penalty's not there, but Trojans still have the ball. Both boys in at the post. The Cat run round, not able to convert. Still a Trojans ball. Running the block. Trojans not able to get it right. Amy shoots. Not there, but Dom with the rebound. Tash recovers well. Hands from Dan. And it's the Trojans ball. 15 on the clock. Ball was forced in, didn't have the feed collection or feed position. And an interception for Bearsted. 4-0 now, attacking for Bearsted. Now moving to a 3-1. Bert Williams running the feed. Good switch from Heather. Not able to convert there from Hannah. Ball off to Dom from the back from Cat. He shoots. All in and out, but Amy's there for the rebound. Running the block. Dom working on the outside, gets the ball back from Amy, shoots, dropping short, but Ben gets a rebound. 10 on the clock now. Cat shoots, not there, Ben's not able to get the rebound, and it's a Bearsted ball. Bearsted still very much in this game at the moment. 15-10, 5-goal game. Hannah's on the outside. Bert goes in for the feed, pops it off to George, who shoots. Not there. Contact under the post. Restart for Bearsted. Hannah drives in. Free pass given. Bert shoots. Just dropping short. And Sam gets a rebound. Pass in from Dom, not quite there for Amy. Bearsted on the outside now. Trojans trying to make it difficult. Cat's on the floor, but she's all good. Rob passes a long ball over Tanner now in attack. Becker on the ball on the outside, back to Rob. Back to Becker. George in at the feed now, girls on the outside, Hannah shoots. Not there, Bert with the rebound, back out, 9 seconds. Heather. Yeah, ball out of hand there, Bertie Williams knows what he's doing, he smiles there. And it's Trojans ball. Trojans now working the ball around in a 3-1. Amy comes into the feed. Dom shoots off the back. Not quite there. Ben gets a rebound. They go again with the clock reset. Amy shoots. Oh, unlucky in and out. Ben gets a rebound now. They're running the block. Dom's attacking against Rob Summers. Gets his shot away. Not there, but Amy still has the ball. Ben's out free because Dan went for it. Couldn't convert, and Rob Summers collects. All off the bat. Oh, the post save Lewis there. Ball to Becker. Hannah with the ball. Rob comes in, passes it back to Hannah, who shoots from long. Nice looking shots, not quite there. George, good pressure there. Bounces off of Heather. Substitution being made by Trojans. Ben Dillon off. Luca Bassinger on. Bearsted have the ball now as the play continues. Bert Williams from long. Contact under the basket given. Defensive foul, free pass. Encroaching there. First and one and only call. Next one will be a penalty. Sam does very well there, intercepting. Good experience there from Sam Brooks. Luca, first shot. Unfortunately, Dom peeled away from the collect. Might take him a little bit of time just to get on the same wavelength. Bearsted now in the attack. Bit of a lull in terms of goals so far, or at this period of time, as Lewis makes contact on Rob in the feed. Another free pass. This time Hannah's going to take it. Timeout called there from Trojans. $15-10 at the moment. Just seeing if there's any options potentially for Bearsted. They're no longer with the enigmatic Andy Martinez. Hung up his boots for now. I understand it. They do have some other options on the bench. No doubt come on at some point during the game. Shout out to Andy. Shot from Hannah. Unfortunately dropping a little bit short. Neve had to be very careful there. She didn't contact her on the shot. Cat Brooks over the back or out the front to Dom. Amy back to Cat, who drives in for the runner. Good switch from Tash. Shot from Amy. Post is bouncing all over the place. And it's a rebound from Bearsted through Rob Summers. Bearsted bring the ball away now down the attacking end. We're looking to get a goal here. Bring it back to a 4-goal game. Well passed off to George, who shoots. Not quite there, but Bert's for the rebound. We'll go again. Shot clock is there as well. Reset. As Hannah shoots from long. Lovely looking shot and a lovely goal. 15-11. Two-two situation now. Sam doesn't have the post. Good marshalling by George, so now it's into a 2-2. Both boys out. Bert Williams using his nous and his experience there, trying to make it difficult for Lewis. 5 on the clock, they need a shot. Pass not quite there. Ball on the outside given, Bearsted ball. Summers out the front. Pass it off to Vicky. Comes into the feed, Rob, not quite there, and Luca gets the gets interception. Neve drives in. Penalty call given. For contact. Neve Butterworth converts the penalty after 2 missed ones from Trojans. That's good. Just getting back on at 16-11. It's a 5-goal game. Oh, as Tash goes in, lovely pass there for Dan Howard. Tash scores a lovely little goal there. Brings it back to within 4. Luca now off the back, looking to stamp his authority on the game as he drives in past Rob. 7 on the clock, they need a shot. Cat then drops off, shoots, hits the basket, but Dan Howard has the better position for the shot and gets the ball back down to the Bearsted attack. Long hands of Heather saved Lewis there. Bert Williams floating across the front, steps back, nothing but air. Defended, call given. Shot off the back from Dom. Quick one, not there, but Luke is able to read it. No, he isn't, because Dan gets an important hand in. Pushes the ball to Rob. Ball out the front to Hannah. Off to George, who passes a nice pass to Becca. Bert's in at the post, George shoots and scores a lovely nice goal there. 3-goal game. Mixed post here now as Luca and Amy attack. Amy with the shot. Scores a nice goal there. It's the Amy brand of old. Just getting dusting the cobwebs off, getting her back into the swing of things. Last quarter of the game here now. There's ball off the back from Tash to Rob. Pops it back to Vicky, back to Tash. Dan Howard out the front now. 13 on the clock. Tash pass in at the feed. Well marshalled by Kat as she turns for a shot. What can Trojans do now? 4-0 now. Lewis in at the post, Sam coming round, but George is there, making it difficult. 2-2, girls out. Heather shoots. Lovely shot there. Well taken shot, particularly as Lewis didn't have the position under the basket, but she was confident in her own abilities and took that goal well. As Rob shoots. Oh, lovely shot from Rob Summers. A few goals being traded now, 18-14. Overcommitment from Dan Howard there. Luca not able to do anything about it though. Play continues. Running the block, mixed post. Don Brooks out the front, shoots from pressure. Not quite there, but Luca rebounds it well. Pass it off to Amy. This time not able to convert, and Dan Howard gets the rebound. (3-1) now, position as the shot goes up. Lewis there, getting the better position with the shot. Pass off the back there for Kat, who drives, lines one up, doesn't shoot. Luca does, and that's a nice goal there. 19-14, 5-goal game. Bearsted need to keep up the intensity as we make a substitution here. Amy Brand coming off the Charlie Wicking. Becca Clements with the ball at the front now. Trying to pass the ball when George was there. unable to get it, and Trojans come away with the ball. Luca's free, 3 metres out, shoots, not there, but Cat has the position to get the rebound. There they go again. Luca peel off, Rob's there this time. Oh, step back fake, but Dan Howard gobbles the ball up. Bert Williams, diagonal shot, not there. George, fade away. Unlucky. Overcommitment there from Dan. Pass off to Luca, pass off to Dom. Not able to convert. Nice play there. Rob Summers collects the ball. Post got in the way there. Becca trying to pass it over to Rob. Nice idea. Lewis, long shot, long pass over rather. Back to Luca. Dom gets a rebound. Back out to Luca. Oh, bit of hang time there from the passenger. 2014. Timeout given. Or called. About 11 or 12 minutes left in the clock. 6-goal game. Coach Beckett just calling a timeout, asking his team probably to just recompose, not make any silly errors, keep working as a team like they have done throughout the game. They're very much in this game so far. Ball over the back to Vicky. And Howard in the feed. Boys in. Girls out. Vicky now with the space. Not quite able to get the shot off. But Dan got it. However, it's spilt. It's gone to Charlie. Heather in the feed now. Trying to pass the ball off. Good defence there from George. Heather still has it. To Neve. Good pressure there from Hannah. Well defended. Good little battle there. These two are having. There's been a few good battles today so far. Vicky and Kat being another one. And Tash, unfortunately not able to get it as Charlie gets interception. Done well so far since you come on. Yellow card given there to Vicky Kellaway. As Amy comes on for Heather Afalobi's had a good game so far. Play gets underway. Knee floats around. Lewis. Knee drives in. Nice, squeezes one in. Goal given. 21-14. Emma Wiseman on for Vicky, who had to go off. She's on the ball now. She takes her first shot. Not quite there. Tash has the ball. She shoots. Penalty given. Bit of a tussle there. Tash came out of the better and won the penalty. Nicely done by Tash. 21-15. Luca shoots now with Dom under the basket. He gets the rebound. Shot clock reset. Nicely done. Contact on the runner. Free girl. Penalty call. Not able to convert Cat, but they still have the ball. Cat shoots from long. Not there. Luke gets the rebound. Shot clock resets. Tries to pass the ball off to Heather, but well seen by Dan Howard. Shot off the bat from George. Rob Williams in for the rebound. Out to Hannah, who shoots. Not quite there. Still George gets the rebound. Bearsted going again with Becca driving in. Both girls. Penalty call given. And that converts it now. Back to a 5-goal game, 21-16. Shot clock has come down with just pause in play. And we're back and running. Ball over to Hannah at the back. George in the feed. Hannah blast pass. Not quite there. Rob with a rebound. Back out to Hannah. She switched again. Nothing given. Ball comes out to Trojans and they're in the ascendancy with the attack. Ball off the bat to Luca. Nicely done. Back to Kat. 1-2 with Luca. Lovely running pass. Can't get the ball off to Dom. Boys well marshalled by the defence. Contact. Penalty call. Contact Gare. Luca converts that. 22-16 goal game. Down straight in with a feed. Good switch from Dom. Rob with a one-hander. Not quite there. Neve drives in there. Leaves Amy free, who shoots. Not quite there. But the ball comes back out to her. 3-1 position. Now a 2-2. Driving past Neve, pass off to Amy. Lovely goal there. Nicely worked. Shot up from Rob Summers, long. Dan Howard rather. Wrong Dan. In with the collect. Let's ball back now as Emma's in for the feed. He drives in. Penalty given. This referee not allowing any contact. Dan Howard converts the goal there. 23-17. Luca, quick shot. No. Dom back to Luca. Boys working on the outside. Dom takes a shot. Not there. Kat gets the rebound. Ball off the bat to Heather. Nicely worked. She shoots. Unlucky. And Bearsted have the ball. All over the bat to Bertie Boy. Lewis comes flying in, misses it off to George. In and out. Unlucky. And Lewis, thankfully, gets the rebound. I'm sure he's thinking. Going to the attack now with Kat Brooks. Luca's out. Pass it 1-2 with her. To Heather. Luca shoots. Not there. Dom gets the rebound. In from Kat. And converts it. Unfortunately, Tash just lost her player there, and Kat capitalised. But Williams floating off the back. Back out to Hannah. Robbing the feed. To Becca, she shoots. There's no collect. Oh, shouldn't need it. Doesn't need it. Nice shot there. Ben Dillon back on now for Luis Vargas. The last few minutes of the game. Last 5 minutes or so. Summer's off. Amy passes the ball over to Neve now. Ben in the feed. Nice swerve there, but good recovery from Hannah. That's a good little duel there, and Becca comes away with stealing the ball. Shot goes up from Emma. Dan Howard peels off, fade away, gets the goal. 24-19, 5 goals in it. All over the back to Ben. Off to Amy. Leaving at the post. Boys working at the back there. Sam looks to work his player. Ben takes advantage, not able to get it in there. And Robert Williams gets the collect. Dan Howard peels off, doesn't shoot, passes it off. Shot goes up from Emma. Not there, but Tash gets a rebound. Still the clock's at 12 though, counting down. Good hand from Heather. Back to Emma. Pulls out to Tash. They need a shot. Dan Howard obliges. Gets the touch on the basket, but unfortunately no collect. Substitution called here. Amy White, I believe, comes on for Becca Clements. We've got about 3 minutes on the clock here. Trojans in the attack now. Neve drives in. Pass out to Amy. Shoots. Oh, in and outer. Bearsted come away with the ball through Hannah. James Beckett's on as well. And that is the final whistle. 24-19. The Trojans. Very competitive match. I've been your host, Chris Spice. Thanks for tuning in. And for those who are interested, we've got a final game here this afternoon. Trojans 2 against Supernova 2.